Hello, my name is Raymond Karchevsky, and I am the long-awaited second coming of Christ. That's a mouthful. Many of you will be outraged. Why? Because you will react to it. You will react to that statement in relationship to your conditioned understanding of what a Christ is. Well, you see, that's your satanic conditioning, which has relegated you to being a slave. In your lifetime, a confused, violent, pretentious slave. You see, you're a fictional person, a characterization made up by a government, which is a fictional institution. And where did this fictional institution come from? It arose from the minds of you, the living man, the living woman, the God of your life. But you have been made to doubt yourself. And so you create a fictional world and you accommodate yourself to that fictional world. And you abide by it. You are forced, coerced into living according to words and regulations and laws and nonsense, all based in fictional words. That's what makes you the living dead. I'm speaking to each and every one of you out there who are the living dead. You call yourselves civilized, but that's a word. And where did that word come from? It came from your memory-based, conditioned intellect at the hands of tyrannical, authoritative, institutionalized, backed men and women, fictions themselves. And those fictions are called Satanists. Satan is the God, the created, intellectual God of a frightened, intellectually affected person. The living man does not recognize the authority of Satan. Only those who are conditioned as children and repeated all of their lives by media and by the satanic powers themselves, which maintain that control that makes living men into living dead persons, slaves to hell. You're all living in hell, and you don't have to be. You can step out of hell any time you want, this very moment, if you understood the truth about yourselves. I have been talking to you for 25 years. Jesus of Nazareth had a public life of 3 years. And what was he? A homeless man, a simple man, a man who lived beyond the structured life called civilized. And he brought that freedom, that liberation, that sovereignty to the living dead persons of his time, and he was crucified, put to death for it. But he did not die. The body died, but he was not his body. He knew that. You don't know that. And that's what you fear most of all. You live in fear because you live in fiction. And fiction is all satanic. Now, what I'm saying to you has to outrage all of you. Because you're damned stupid. You're ignorant. You're arrogant. You're unaware. You're asleep. You're spellbound. You're satanically hypnotized. You are living dead persons. And I'm tired. I'm damned tired of remaining in this hell of your intellect in order to communicate with you that which is beyond your intellect. You must be willing to transcend that dualistic intellect that keeps you enslaved. And when you do, you find who you truly are. Your time on earth, this hell of a school, of a satanistic school, will be over. There'll be no recess. You will have graduated. You will have stepped into what you have always been, a living man, a God, a creator of your own quality of life. That's what you are, but you doubt it. You have been made to doubt yourself. You have been made to live in a fictional dualistic world, a world of confusion, a world of struggle, a world of pain, a world of hell. But you have chosen it. You have consented to it. You have agreed to it. You have contracted with it. Contract. The contract is of the intellect. And Satan operates by contract. He seduces you. He inveigles you through images and illusions. But you must consent to live in that realm. And consent you do. What is that realm? That realm is the intellectual mind, the mind of dualism, the civilized mind. That's all hell has been, and it has been that since the beginning of time, and you're too damn dumb to understand that. Now, I go against the grain of what you believe a Christ to be. You believe a Christ to be a milksop. Turn the other cheek. A victim. Jesus Christ was never a victim. He stood out in his lifetime, and no amount of satanic pressure could bow him. If you will examine my life, not only the past 25 years of my public life, but my entire life, you will see the energy, the holistic, the holy energy of a Christ who stands alone, who bends to no man, who bends to no satanic institution. And whatever history there is of this living Christ will attest to that. So, I'm not trying to convince you of anything. I'm merely being. I am what I am. I am the God of my life. And that outrages all of you living, dead believers. We'll live with it and die with it.